Hello. Today is Tuesday, and it's about 4 days post-op for me. I had my surgery last Thursday, and just checking in. A couple new things that have been kind of coming up that I've been noticing. Please excuse my dog. She's barking in the background. Her name's Chloe. Anyway, a couple things. Firstly, I'm finally starting to see some weight loss. I knew it was going to happen inevitably. Why wouldn't it? I've done weight loss surgery. I checked into the hospital at 2:13, left the hospital at 2:20. Knew that was all bloat. I wasn't worried about that at all. No anxiety, because I just knew that was all liquids and bloat. Yesterday, I clocked in at 211. So that was 2 pounds down. And then I weighed myself kind of for poops and giggles today, and I was down again. I'm actually at 209. So that was kind of happy and surprising, because I'm not used to losing more than a pound or 2 pounds a week, so this is pretty rapid. But I can see how this gets addictive. A lot of people who do this diet that I'm reading on the boards and stuff, they get really upset with themselves if they've lost anything less than like 6-7 pounds a week. And I know that 1 to 2 pounds a week is healthy, so as long as I'm losing at least a pound a week, I'm good. I just don't want it back. That's my main goal. Don't want it back. So that's good. Couple things that are going on that's kind of new. Protein intake. I'm going to talk about protein intake. I'm going to talk about going number 2, and so TMI in the middle there. And then I'm also going to talk a little bit about just different ways that my incisions kind of feel and stuff this later now, and that's been about a week since surgery. Firstly, protein intake. My doctor wants me to get between 60 and 80 grams of protein in a day. And at first, I was really overwhelmed with that, because on top of that, I'm also supposed to be getting 48 to 64 ounces of water in a day. That's a lot of liquid. But after the procedure with the gastric bypass, which I didn't get, but that's kind of what they more popularly do in UC Davis. Gastric bypass, your stomach can hold about an ounce of liquid, and with sleeve, it's an ounce to 2 ounces of liquid. So I knew I might have a little bit more flexibility with getting food in, but it was going to be hard. And basically, I've been able to get in all my minimal amounts of protein and water, and some water in every day, and I've been really happy about that. As I said in that first video, first day back, it was kind of uncomfortable. I couldn't tell the difference between like gas and bloating and water retention and surgery pain versus fullness pain and things like that. Some of that subsided. The gas has gone down a little bit, and the bloating's definitely gone down and things like that. So I can feel a little bit more of kind of what my stomach is feeling now. I'm able to get in about an ounce of liquid protein, liquid like a protein shake, every kind of like 10 minutes, which is making me a little bit paranoid, and I'll tell you why. It's because my doctor recommended that I do an ounce of protein shake over 15 minutes, every 15 minutes for 12 hours a day. And that's why you get all this time off work, because your full-time job is making sure that you get nutrients. I'm able to drink more than that in a shorter period of time, which has started me feeling a little bit paranoid that I am overeating, which I know when you logically look at it, there's no way. There's no way I'm overeating. I'm eating like 400 to 600 calories a day. There's no way. But, it's cropping up with these fears that I'm stretching out my sleeve, that I'm doing something wrong, that I'm not going to lose the weight, and all this paranoid fear about my protein intake has been really kind of pissing me off, just because I know it's my eating issues cropping up in a new form, rather than me overeating or emotionally eating. I can't do that anymore, because obviously I can't just shove anything in my mouth. It's dangerous at this point, because I'm still healing, right? I think this is my body's new way of messing with my head and making my life miserable, is this constant fear that I'm going to gain the weight back, or that it's not going to work, or that this procedure is going to fall into the same line of all those other diets I've tried, and I'm gonna fail at this too. And that's just nasty, nasty thoughts. And so I've really been focusing in on the positive. And the weight loss today was a really nice sign that I'm actually doing the right thing. But, it's really hard. Everyone probably who is watching this who's done a diet knows that negative self-talk. And it's really important to tell your voice in your head to shut the heck up, because you just need to do things right for you and not talk yourself into eating less or something like that. So I am able to get in more than what they had initially thought I would be able to get in, and that's okay. Because I'm hitting my minimum protein. And I'll tell you why that's important. I know a lot of people on the boards and things that don't get in their minimum protein because they're just too full. And I've really been working to get it all in. Even if I'm slightly uncomfortable, I wait for maybe just a couple minutes to let things ease, and then I drink a little bit more, kind of push the envelope a little bit, because the protein is what your nutrients are. It's your sole amount of nutrients besides your vitamins and minerals and things that you're taking. And my nurse had warned me early on that the most important liquids to take in are my protein liquids. I'll get hydrated from those. And then on top of that, the gravy is the water. Get that water in. But protein in particular, because it heals you faster, it enables you to get up and about a lot easier, less fatigue, but more importantly, at least for me, it subsides the hair loss. Everyone who does this procedure is going to have hair loss. I mean, that's a guarantee. Anytime you stress your body to a significant amount, which this does, you're going to have hair loss. But if you don't get in your protein early on, around month 3 or month 4, when your body's finally starting to show the results of the diet from the earlier time, you can have huge chunks of hair fall out. And my nurse had warned me that there are women who didn't get their protein in and would come into clinic to get checkup and stuff, and they looked like they were under chemotherapy. Just chunks of hair had come out, lots of patches, very thin hair. And I'm doing this to get fit and to get slim and more confident, not fit, slim, and bald. That is not what I want. So I'm working on that protein. Regarding bowel movements, TMI, I finally had my first number 2 today, and I was ecstatic. Probably more ecstatic than I ever should be about taking a poop. But I really hadn't had anything since last Wednesday, and I was freaking out about that because I didn't want to have some sort of poop intervention, medical poop intervention. That I don't even want to know what that could possibly be. Don't want to know. So when I had the number 2 today, I was like, yes, because it just makes me feel like my body's getting back to normal, and the plumbing's all starting to work again, and my digestion is working again, and things like that. So I was very happy to have that, more than I probably should have been. And lastly, what I wanted to kind of talk about was my incisions. The incisions haven't been bothering me. I've been pretty mobile. I'm more and more mobile every day. I can get up and off the couch very easily now, sit up very easily. I actually can sleep on this side, which is ironic since that's the side where my stomach is, fairly comfortably. Still getting on this side where my tube was is pretty sore. But I find if I prop my knees, I'm actually using a boppy pillow, which you use for breastfeeding, and I put one end of the boppy kind of under my stomach and the other end between my knees, and it relieves a lot of pressure in my torso, and I've been able to sleep on my side, so I've been sleeping a lot better. But all the incision areas, I've got about 6 incision areas, including the tube area. They're all now finally starting to heal, and they're actually scabbing, and it's a little bit more uncomfortable because the staples are snagging my clothes, and the scabs are pulling a little bit. They're a little bit more resistance when I'm moving around. So those are just kind of new discomforts, not painful, but new discomforts. I've been pretty good with my pain meds. I've taken longer and longer stints between them. Got a little too cocky yesterday and took my little protein in my sippy cup, which I borrowed from my son, and he was extremely excited that I borrowed that, and some water, and we went to Target. My husband and I went to Target to shop for Easter, and also got to the hospital to get my blood drawn for a lab checkup and everything, and was really tired when I got home. I kind of overdid it. I'm really excited and happy right now. I really feel like a big weight has been lifted off my shoulders, literally and figuratively. It was a grounding moment yesterday when, in the end of the day, I was really sore. My back was sore, my abs were sore. I definitely needed my pain meds. I was tired. So they aren't joking about that resting. So today it's just me and Sex in the City. All day, I'm going to be sleeping and making this video. So anyway, that's where I'm at now. I think the next video I'm going to make will be talking a little bit about my weight loss goals, as well as my 1-week anniversary for my surgery. I will talk to you all then. Thank you for watching.